So it is Top 5 Wednesday again, and that means we have another list for you guys. This week's list is Top 5 Villains in Books. First on our list we have the Lord of the Rings series and Sauron.
Now, a lot of people, when they think about Sauron, they think about Sauron from the movies, the whole gigantic eyeball who sees everything. Book Sauron is a little bit more different because you don't actually get him doing anything, but he is just this malevolent presence that is just there, and he is watching you. Not necessarily as a big eyeball, but he knows what's happening. And he's just your stereotypical evil overlord, and a lot of evil overlords are kind of modeled after him.
He's very much like, he kind of like corrupts the land just by being him and being the epitome of evil. And he's got his evil little minions who are being corrupted by his evil. And he's just evil. And
his backstory, I'm not going to go into that because I'd probably end up talking for a good 40 minutes. Go and look through some of Tolkien's other notes and things, because the story of how Sauron became Sauron is actually very, very interesting, but very, very confusing.
Is that kind of biblical too?
It is kind of biblical, and he has like 6 different names, and at one point he's a werewolf, so it's a lot of fun. I think he's also a vampire too, so it is a lot of fun.
Anyways, he is our number 5 on our list.
Number 4 on our list is Valentine from Cassandra Clare's Mortal Instruments, and we are going by book Valentine, not movie Valentine, because movie Valentine is a creature of his own. Book Valentine, he's really interesting in the fact that he believes he is right. He thinks that he is doing what is best for his people and culture, and just, we don't like those downworlders. He's really kind of creepy in how assured he is.
And he does have like a human side. You get that from Jace, you get that from even like his wife and his best friend. Like this human side that he has where he's like actually like a good person and he wants to do things that will eventually help their society, but you also know he's crazy. So he's a really interesting and fascinating villain who actually does stuff.
I like the villains where you get that kind of side where you see that they are so assured that they're not doing something because it's evil, they're doing something because they're helping people. And I find that's a lot more creepy and kind of
realistic.
Yeah, so
he's our number 4.
Number 3 on our list is a tie between
Tywin Lannister and
Joffrey Baratheon.
Because we all know he's really not. Anyways, they're just so freaking... Well, Joffrey especially is just freaking evil. Like, if you watch the series, you just want to, like, throttle the kid, okay? Just throttle him. And in the book, it's not much better. You just hands around his neck and just keep squeezing, okay?
You know that there is something wrong with this kid, and he's just so twisted and just... It's really, I like the play on the whole, he's like this Prince Charming figure, but then when you actually like meet him, you just want to kill him because he's horrible. Just the stuff he says and the things he does, and it just...
He doesn't even try, he's just awful. And then we have Tywin Lannister, who's just...
He's so different from Joffrey. He's more along the lines of Valentine in the fact that he's so assured in what he's doing is right, and he's out for his family. And what makes him so interesting is he is this horrible kind of person, but he's likable in the fact that he's done all of these good things for people, and he's good at his job as being Hand of the King, and you know he has his own ulterior motives, but you can't help but think, okay, if he's going to be the Hand of the King, everything's going to be okay because he knows what he's doing.
So he's just very, like, you like to hate him too.
Yeah.
But anyways, so those are our number 3, Joffrey especially.
Number 2 on our list is Voldemort from Harry Potter, and Voldemort is a really good response to Sauron in the fact that they're both evil overlords, but Voldemort has a lot more of a hand in what he's doing.
Like, you get to see his descent into evil, which is, like, pretty awesome. Like, he starts out as a kind of normal little kid, a little creepy, and then he just, down the slope. But we don't get to see exactly what he does beforehand. In the book, he really just kills off a whole bunch of characters you love and you're a little pissed, but...
And I guess it's the fact that he's had that dark past. Like, you haven't experienced what happened before Harry Potter, but you know it's there. So he has this reputation that he's bringing to this story, and you know that it can get bad, but he kills off all of these characters that you love. And the fact that the big driving force behind Voldemort is that he wants to be immortal so badly, the levels he goes to achieve that immortality is terrifying, and the whole ripping your soul apart is just... Ugh.
So he's a wonderful villain, and that's why he makes our 2nd spot.
Number 1 on our list is Lek from the Graceling series.
And let's be real here, this guy was pretty evil. And now I'm kind of going off of Bitterblue because Bitterblue is where you kind of find out all the crap that he did, and just Bitterblue makes it so just realistic and human and brings out all these emotions that's why I'm putting him at number 1, is because he just you see how he ripped apart people's lives, and he was just an evil bastard. Like, people just disappeared, and they're trying to figure out what happened in this time period. That's just a literal blur in everyone's mind, because he was so evil he could corrupt your mind. That is why he made number 1. Just the effects, and you also get that kind of human side of him, because you get Bitterblue's interpretation of him as a father, and he wasn't like an awful father all the time. She did have like very tender moments, but you look at him and he just destroyed so many lives in such a real way that he makes number 1.
And so those are our top 5 villains from books. If you have any villains that you really love, just
toss them our way, because we have a special place in our heart for villains.
Doesn't everyone? All right, so we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Number 2 on our list, we should have said Umbridge.
You can leave that on.